In this sketch, we'll talk about pyruvate dehydrogenase deficiency and arsenic poisoning. Remember the kid waiting in line to get on Pyruvate's dead cove? Well, he's got quite an imagination. Our beloved Pyruvate's dead cove ship has turned into a literal dead ship. Pirates galore. This broken and beat up ship will help you understand PDC deficiency, which is a rare X-linked disease that affects PDC. The X-bones flag will help you remember that PDC deficiency is X-linked. Affected babies present with developmental delay, ataxia, hypotonia, and seizures. Unfortunately, the first mate pirate has no remorse for this poor soul walking the plank, who's shaking or possibly seizing. If you look more carefully at the first mate pirate, you'll see he's holding a piece of parchment that says delayed passage, and he's got a floppy pet parrot, which represent developmental delay and hypotonia respectively. Affected babies may also present with lactic acidosis, as demonstrated by this barrel of expired milk, and elevated alanine levels, represented by these aloe plants. Why so? Let's revisit the fates of pyruvate sketch. We talked about how pyruvate is a key intermediate for some important metabolic pathways. PDC normally transforms pyruvate into acetyl-CoA to link glycolysis and the TCA cycle. During gluconeogenesis, pyruvate carboxylase turns pyruvate into oxaloacetate. Lactate dehydrogenase turns pyruvate into lactate when oxygen is not available. Finally, pyruvate can be converted to alanine by alanine transaminase. In PDC deficiency, pyruvate can't be converted to acetyl-CoA, and this results in a buildup of pyruvate, which drives production of alanine and lactate. PDC deficiency is treated with a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet to minimize lactic acidosis. This is represented by a big-boned pirate trying to fix the PDC ship while munching on some bacon. Oh boy, he loves bacon. Bacon obviously has a lot of fat, which metabolizes into acetyl-CoA and bypasses the pyruvate dehydrogenase step. You'll also see Captain Lucy, who looks ridiculously similar to Lucille Ball, trying to fix the ship with her pet lizard. Lucy, as in leucine, and lizard, as in lysine, are ketogenic amino acids that should be given to people with PDC deficiency. Again, these amino acids are directly converted to ketone bodies and bypass pyruvate dehydrogenase. Ah, shiver me timbers! The rival arson pirates are here to steal the lipoic lollipops. These arson pirates will help you remember arsenic poisoning in relation to PDC. Arsenic binds sulfhydro groups on lipoic acid, which prevents it from binding to PDC. As a result, arsenic shuts down PDC just like these arson pirates. Arsenic also interferes with glycolysis and blocks ATP production. Ew, looks like we have one arson pirate vomiting uncontrollably. Maybe he's seasick? But doesn't he live on the sea? Oh yeah, I forgot. We're in a kid's dream. Anyways, arsenic poisoning causes GI symptoms like abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. They can also have garlic breath, which is represented by the nearby garlic barrel. The arson pirate ship is called Quest for Treasure. We've emphasized the letters Q and T because arsenic poisoning is associated with EKG changes, notably QT prolongation, which increases risk of cardiac arrhythmias. Ah, at last. You can't have evil arson pirates without an evil Captain Crabman. Chronic arsenic exposure causes darkening and thickening of the skin and skin cancer, which I'm sure Captain Crab has. It also causes heart disease, as represented by the captain's empty void where his heart should be. Alright, let's quickly review this sketch. PDC deficiency is an X-linked disease that affects PDC, so pyruvate cannot be converted to acetyl-CoA. Affected babies present with developmental delay, ataxia, hypotonia, and seizures. They may also develop lactic acidosis and have elevated alanine levels because excess pyruvate leads to increased production of lactate and alanine. PDC deficiency is treated with a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet and leucine and lysine supplementation. Arsenic inhibits PDC by binding to sulfhydryl groups on lipoic acid. Arsenic also blocks glycolysis and interferes with ATP synthesis. Arsenic intoxication causes abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and garlic breath. It's also associated with EKG changes like QT prolongation, which can lead to fatal arrhythmias. Finally, chronic arsenic exposure causes skin thickening and hyperpigmentation, skin cancer, and heart disease.